Today's episode of Variant is brought to you by Netflix.
Today on Variant, I give you my thoughts on Ben Affleck being cast as Batman. Welcome to Variant, where we love comics more than that feeling of waking up thinking you have to go to work, but then you realize you have the day off. I'm your host, Arris. Now, I was going to do something else for today's episode, but since news just broke last week that Ben Affleck has been cast as Batman in 2015's upcoming Batman vs. Superman film, along with a bunch of you guys asking me what I think about Ben Affleck being cast as Batman, I'm going to give you my thoughts on the matter. So let the discussion begin. Ben Affleck being cast as Batman is definitely the most popular discussion on the internet right now, and definitely will continue to be the most popular discussion amongst comic fans for a long while now. As for my thoughts on the matter, I love Ben Affleck. He is definitely a talented guy. I don't think anyone could truthfully say he isn't. He directed and starred in The Town, which was a great movie, and he directed and starred in Argo, which won an Oscar for Best Picture. So to say he's not talented wouldn't be truthful. And like most people, I was initially like, what? No. Horrible choice, which anyone who follows me on Twitter probably saw. And also, I'm still getting flashbacks from how bad he was as Daredevil. That movie made my top 5 worst comic book movies of all time list. It was just horrible. So the thought of seeing the guy ruin Daredevil playing my favorite comic book character makes me pretty nervous. Now, on the flip side of that, letting my thoughts marinate for a couple days now, that was 10 years ago, and more recently, he's been pumping out great movies like The Town and Argo, like I just mentioned. So maybe this time around, the new improved Ben Affleck will surprise us. What's interesting to me, though, is that Affleck said after Daredevil he would never want to play a superhero again, so that's just kind of odd to me. Maybe he just thinks he could redeem himself by taking on who some people consider the most popular superhero in the world, or maybe he just got offered so much dang money he turned into Scrooge McDuck and couldn't turn it down. And apparently Zack Snyder and the studio have been talking to Affleck since production ended with The Man of Steel, so this has been in the works for a while now behind the scenes. It was so top secret, it was reported a lot of Warner Brothers executives didn't even know the negotiation was going on. Now, the amount of backlash and hate he's getting is making me feel bad for the man and making me want to root for him even more. People have made petitions for Warner to remove him from the role, one of which I last checked had over 9,000 signatures. And then there was another one I saw that asked the Obama administration, the President of the United States of America, to make it illegal for Ben Affleck to portray Batman or any other superhero on film for the next 200 years. That's real. Now, as hilarious as that is, and that is pretty freaking hilarious, that's messed up, man. Don't get me wrong, I was initially as pissed as the majority of people were on not wanting him to play Batman, but that's rough. And a petition for the President of the United States of America to make it illegal for him to play Batman or any other superhero? That's crazy. Just the sheer amount of hate he's getting, I'm hoping he proves everyone wrong, including myself, and does a great job. And some part of me still thinks he can do a good job. It's just not a very big part, but it's in there somewhere, because I think he can look like a pretty cool Bruce Wayne, and once he puts on some muscle, I think he can look cool in the Batsuit. And Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck look pretty cool next to each other, so maybe that's a plus. And if you all recall, when Heath Ledger was announced as a Joker, everyone lost their minds. We're like, no, what? That's a crappy pick. Why would they pick him? He's gonna ruin the Joker. And as it turned out, Heath Ledger gave us one of the best performances in all of cinema history, so I'd say there's a little bit of hope there. Some people were also saying that since Ben Affleck is such a huge actor, he's going to overshadow Superman when it's technically supposed to be a Superman sequel, to which I say it doesn't matter who you get to play Batman. You put Batman in any superhero film, and it's pretty much a guarantee he's going to overshadow everyone. He's freaking Batman. Even if he was only to get 5 minutes of screen time, guess what the 5 minutes everyone would be talking about? The 5 minutes Batman was on screen. He's extremely popular, so that would happen no matter what. In summary, I didn't think he was a good choice for Batman, but the more I think about it, the more it's starting to grow on me, I guess. Plus, it's already done. There's nothing we can do about it. He signed for multiple pictures, apparently, but I think we can all agree that we want him to do good and we want him to be able to pull it off. Plus, like I said earlier, there is some part of me that thinks he can be a good Batman. So you know what? I'm Team Batfleck. Prove me and everyone else who's doubting you wrong, because this is one of those instances where I would love nothing more than to be wrong and him to turn out to be an amazing pick for Batman and Bruce Wayne. So, like I said, I'm on board. Let's do this. Team Batfleck. Netflix streams TV shows and movies directly to your home, saving you time, money, and hassle. As a Netflix member, you can instantly watch TV episodes and movie streaming directly to your PC, Mac, and right to your TV with your Xbox 360, PS3, or Nintendo Wii console, plus Apple devices, Kindle, and Nook. You can get a free 30-day trial membership by going to netflix.com/variants and signing up now. Did you know know, creator of Wonder Woman, William Marston, helped create the polygraph and/or lie detector test. He created the systolic blood pressure test, which became one of the components used for the modern polygraph and/or lie detector test. It is also thought that his link to the polygraph explains Wonder Woman's lasso of truth, though a direct connection is difficult to confirm. First up for Wednesday, August 28th, we have Uncanny X-Men issue 11. See what life is like at the new Xavier school, but what are they being trained for? Here we have Deadpool issue 15. Deadpool's past in the Weapon X program comes back to haunt him, so he calls for the help of Wolverine and Captain America. Now we have Talon issue 11. The clash between Talon and Bane's forces comes to an epic finale on Santa Prisca, as Casey Washington desperately seeks Batman to help him eliminate the Court of Owls once and for all. Here we have Batman and Superman issue 3. It's a showdown that could shatter the two worlds when Batman and Superman battle the Superman and Batman from Earth 2. And finally, we have Justice League issue 23. Trinity War concludes, but that doesn't mean it all ends well for our heroes. The secret behind Pandora's box is revealed, and it means the end of the Justice League. And now it's that time where I must say my goodbyes and leave you guys for another week. But until then, you can like our Variant Facebook page to keep up with the show and all things comic related. You can also follow my lovely face on Twitter at twitter.com/Arris_Quinones. But I will see you guys next week when I talk about all things comics. And like most, I'm just gonna wait till you're done. And okay, good. And